Does anybody else miss the nickel ads? Or is that just me? Hi, I'm JD. This is another episode of JD's Junk Drawer, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Not so much the nickel ads per se, but just, all of the little things that we all gained from the little nickel. So for those of you who don't know, the nickel ads is no longer with us. They closed in 2018 due to, well, money issues and publishing costs. The same reason that print is dead, basically, which is a huge shame. Being a kid who grew up, getting magazines, and in the height of the magazine era, that kind of stuff really bums me out. There were many, many, many mornings, just remember waking up, eating breakfast, and just thumbing through the little nickel and just looking through all kinds of weird stuff. I'd almost always go to the cars and look and see if anybody's selling any cool hot rods, or anything of that nature. And my mom would, of course, use them for finding estate sales and stuff like that, because she did antiquing. And, the early days, that's what you could do. But now that resource is no more. So let's talk about the nickel ads of 2023, essentially. What those are, what kind of platforms you can actually utilize that are kind of like the nickel. And, there's a lot that I'm still going to miss today. This is just some of the ones that I know and that I use. If you have any suggestions that I miss or anything that you really, really love utilizing, please put it down in the comments below so all the other pickers and thrifters and vintage geeks can try, maybe learn a new avenue and have more access to finding the hunts. And if you're digging the videos, please, a like would really help me out a lot, and a subscription would mean the world. We're trying to get the platform to 1,000 followers and subscribers, rather. I'm sorry. So every one of you count, and every one of you matter, and it means a lot to us here. So please consider. And with that, we're going to move on. So first and foremost, I would just like to say, Craigslist ain't dead, y'all. Really and truly, Craigslist is still a viable resource. I use it a ton for all kinds of stuff. And yeah, they've adjusted things over the years, and some stuff is not there anymore, and some stuff has been kind of, put into rendition. Regardless, it is still a great resource, and I highly encourage everybody checking your local Craigslist weekly. Excuse me, there's a phone call. Dang telemarketers. Anywho, yes, so that's kind of the gist of it. Craigslist is still a real thing. Moving on from Craigslist, good old Facebook. Everybody has Facebook, right? It's a love-hate for me. I have a Facebook for business, and I have a Facebook for myself. And I actually told myself that after making the business Facebook, I would delete my personal Facebook because of the drama and la-da-da-da-da. But of course, how else am I going to see my family and friends' photos and whatnot and so forth? So here I am, part of the Facebook machine, still plugged in. Regardless to that, there's a lot of great resources there on Facebook. There's Marketplace, for one. If you haven't used Marketplace, just pause the video now and just get on Facebook and start browsing. The groups section of Facebook is an incredibly valuable resource. Look up your area. Look up your area followed by estate sales. Your area followed by yard sales in groups. You will get lists and lists and lists of stuff. Look up your county. Look up surrounding areas that you travel to. That's maybe a half hour to an hour away in maybe your circulation. Join those. And when you see stuff listed, write the addresses down. Write the dates and the times down. Don't just save it for later. Have your handy dandy notebook. All of us thrifters should have our handy dandy notebooks. That's like my Bible. And write that stuff down. Make the notes. Don't just save it because it'll get lost in your feed. Trust me, it will. Now, that being said, with groups and marketplace, there's also just the general community pages. I personally avoid those because I don't like the drama. I don't like the spamming. I don't like the bad mouthing. But there is a payoff because a lot of people will not want to take the effort of joining these groups that are specialized to list their yard sales. They will just go on general community and they'll post it, and if an admin doesn't flag them and take it down, it'll squeak by. So I highly advise looking at that. Also, you can look at events in your area on Facebook. So utilize that. That is another great tool. If there's a big sale going on, typically people will make an event about it these days. The tool has started catching on. So I'm just going to stress that there are a ton of people who don't take advantage of media. They don't have the time. Maybe this is a flash decision. Maybe they just aren't into using the platforms. Insert reason here. The good old fluorescent colored construction paper, big bold Sharpie written for sale sign is still the try and true way to go. So, Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings, if you can, try to get up extra early, get that coffee, jump in your car, and start driving around. Go to the higher end suburbia areas that you live in. Okay, like if your area is kind of segregated as far as I don't like using this, but class, high class it up. You want those items for two reasons. One, people with money spend money. That's just how it works. And two, people with money value their time over trying to flip something to make more money. They'd rather just punch in, punch out, get their paycheck, and go buy something. When it comes to selling, they pretty much just want the space and they want their time freed up. So these richy rich areas, these high profile areas, when the people have sales there, a lot of times they're just getting rid of stuff. They really just want it gone. And if you find a lot of stuff that you want, you can usually negotiate a really good bulk sale because you've just freed up a ton of their time and a ton of their space, which is more valuable to them than making an extra $5 off of the next purchase. Really and truly, that is how it works. I know a ton of rich people. I have a few friends that are closet millionaires, and that is how they function. Thank goodness for guys like us and ladies out there, of course. So this is another resource that you should really, really take advantage of. That has not died. People are still putting up signs every weekend, especially in good weather. So take advantage of it. If you're a car guy like me, or if you're a motorcycle guy like me, you can justify that as your morning ride or your morning drive. Or, take the family out. Go get breakfast. Go cruise around. Go look around. It's fun. Get your family into it a little bit. That is a great resource too. Word of mouth. Talk to your family, talk to your friends, find out what's going on locally. Look for flyers, be vigilant. I still look at billboards and cork boards at grocery stores and other establishments all the time because people still utilize that stuff. A lot of us just kind of don't even use our peripherals anymore, just go right by it. But try to be vigilant for that sort of thing because local flyers man, those have always been my best scores. Just finding a random flyer posted somewhere. And that's pretty much what I got for right now. Those are the ones that I use. Those are the ones that I utilize the most. I don't do Twitter and stuff like that, so other social media bases aren't real great for me. If you guys have other internet based tools that you use for finding such things, you know, your little nickel alternatives, again, please put it down below in the comments. It's going to help me and everybody else in the community out tremendously. As always, I hope you guys have a great day. If this is the evening, I hope you have a wonderful night. I am going to get out of here. I got to go pick up my kid. So take it easy.